Hi and welcome back to Guessagaingaming. So today I'm back in Watch Dogs Legion, and obviously I'm going to make another, well, not obviously, one day I have a video about Watch Dogs Legion coming, but today I'm going to make another random video about things going on in gaming, just for information purposes. As I always do, we're in London obviously. There is St Paul's Cathedral in the background, and there you can see, I don't think I've ever been here in one of my videos. So there's HMS Belfast. It's a Second World War warship that's been moored in the Thames in the river in London since I was a child, which is quite a long time. There you can see Tower Bridge, so you know roughly its location. You can go aboard and they do tours and stuff like that. Anyway, so today's video is continuing a theme which I've done recently with quite a few different videos about gaming publishers, gaming developers trying to push their message of woke games and whatever their agenda is on gamers. And here's a continuing kind of theme, and this is a slightly different thought, which is something that's kind of come up again since the collapse of Concord and Dustborn and other games. And I touched on this in the last video that I made about this subject, where there's a big backlash from the woke activists and developers against gamers and against reviewers who didn't like the game, against gamers who didn't like the game or didn't buy the game, basically telling them they're racist or they're bigots or they're whatever they might be, sexist, because they didn't like it, which is all manner of wrong. It's very, very bad, because just because someone doesn't like your product does not mean you're racist or sexist or a bigot. So that's what I said in the last video. That's just very bad. But something else that I wanted to kind of go into, which is a continuing theme of that, is again, other games have come around. There's been more than one. I'm not going to go into them all, but there's been more than one game that's happened. Stellar Blade is the obvious one, where woke activists and those kind of same groups have been trying to stop those games being popular and protest that they were even made, stop people liking them, try to get them banned, try to get parts of them changed. And apart from anything else, it's actually scary, because it's a kind of bigger issue. We live in, I guess most people watching this video live in free societies. We live in democracies where we can say and do what we want, politically or in the news or whatever. And it's actually very scary that woke activists, woke extremists, woke developers, woke publishers think that they have the right to not only tell people what they should buy and what they shouldn't buy, which is scary, like I said, but also to try to stop people, actively stop people supporting and buying things they do want to buy. Not because there's anything wrong with them, not because they're evil or the money was made from, the money to make them was made from the bodies of innocent children or anything like that, just because they don't like the idea of a game that possibly sexualises a woman slightly or doesn't promote their woke message. And this is scary, because if you think about our society in general, even with moderately more extreme things, political views, whether they be religious or philosophical, communism, capitalism, etc., we're allowed to have free speech. We have newspapers, we have media channels where all these things are, different religious ideals, different philosophies are allowed to be put forward, and people can sell books on those, you can watch videos of those, you can make videos of those, and no one says anything. So it's actually kind of scary that wokeism, which is what I'm going to call it, is more extreme than most of those. Because even in those, it's only very extreme situations where people say, you can't say this, you can't say that, we're going to ban you, we're going to stop you making that. And these are video games with no really sinister thing about them at all, other than somebody else doesn't like them. It'd be like watching a movie, watching Friends, which is a very safe kind of comedy show, everyone probably knows. And someone deciding they don't like Friends because there's something about them. It's not woke. There's no non-white characters. There's no characters that aren't white in it. And someone decides they don't like Friends, and they want everyone to ban it. They don't think it should ever be shown anymore because it's similar to that. It's like something that's not harmful, but because it doesn't support somebody else's message, which isn't anybody else's message other than theirs, they think they should ban things, stop people supporting things, try in, to like put the developers and publishers of these things they don't like into problems, you know, try to make them go bankrupt. If they could, they would. And that's wrong. It's not just wrong for them, but whoever is bankrolling them, whoever's supporting them, whether it's you know, channels, should, you know, seriously be taken into account. Because if on YouTube you know, many things you can't say on YouTube, and in media in general you can't say many things now. That's part of society nowadays. We're much more aware of what things we say and do. But apparently wokeism is allowed to call for bans on people, allowed to call people sexist and racist just for not buying a game, or tell people to not buy games just because they don't like the content because it has a woman in it with less clothes than they might like, and basically ridiculous things like this. And like I said, it's a scary message, because it may not be some of these extreme things from the past, let's just say communism or whatever, or if you like communism, capitalism, whichever, or religious ideals that become extreme. But wokeism is the new extreme. Wokeism is the new extreme, where for some reason they feel they have the right to tell people what to think and do, and because of what it is, other media outlets, other broadcasters who broadcast their messages don't feel they have the right to stop them. And there's no reason, I mean, look at the way the world is now, there's no reason wokeism can't become a blight on society. It already has, but there's no reason why it can't become as dangerous as any other philosophical or political or religious ideal, if the premise is you can't say anything we don't like and we're going to stop you and you have to agree with us. So it's a very dangerous, very, very dangerous thing that's going on nowadays with woke. Not just that they think they can say that, but for some reason, like I said, if you were any other extremists, which they are, telling people you can't say this and you can't do this and you have to do this, they wouldn't be allowed to be broadcast. They wouldn't be allowed to have any platforms. But because they're woke, and people are scared of woke, because they're scared of being called racist and sexist and blah, 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 people don't use that ban. They don't use that you can't do this thing. And they need to. Anyway, that's my thoughts about wokeism and about gaming with wokeism and about the backlash to Concord and Dustboard. I'm sure there'll be more videos on this topic because it's kind of ongoing, but oh God, I wish it wasn't. Anyway, thanks for watching Guessagaingaming, and until next time, take care for now.